That's just great.
Well, I want to also point out once again that you had time to watch Reboot, a show we weren't even going to cover. 3 episodes. And I was just watching it on a whim because I wanted to watch it. And I was like, maybe I'll talk about it. But Tyler's too busy watching Andor. He doesn't have time to watch Reboot. You son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ. You're so pissed. You motherfucker!
You got an hour and a half, but you don't got an hour?
What kind of piece of shit Nazi-loving fuck are you? Like, wow, what?
I want to fucking shit down your throat, you fucking scumbag. No, anyway.
Wait a second. Did you throw Nazi loving in there? Yeah, because I'm pissed at you.
This is why Kevin.
Why
Kevin Feige won't hire us.
You know I don't love Nazis, right? Yeah, no, but you didn't watch Andor, so you must love Nazis.
You could just kiss that fucking Great Lakes Avengers show goodbye.
Yeah, right.
So Reboot, is a show that it's one of those rare situations where the algorithm got me. Where I was just...
I didn't even know it was being made.
Well, and I only found out about it because I was scrolling through Twitter or Facebook or whatever, some social media, and it just popped up, and I saw the trailer, and I saw that... Because I like Keegan-Michael Key. I like the cast.
Maybe it was Barry.
What?
Keep going.
What?
I was telling you that the first time I saw this was on another TV show. And it was like a Roku or a Hulu original or something where they're watching TV, and on the TV is Keegan-Michael Key and Johnny Knoxville. It's not from this show, but it's them doing like a fake reboot of a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I first saw this, and I was like, dude, you know what? Like when I saw that, I was like,
I want to watch this.
That would be a great show. I would love to see those two together. And then they brought in Judy Greer, who's fucking so underrated. Been in so many good things, and she's so underrated.
She's a very consistent supporting actress.
Rachel Bloom, who is also one of the most underrated, under the radar, like one of the most brilliant comedic people out there right now. She did that Crazy Ex-Girlfriend show. I've never seen it, but I've heard it's fucking great.
I've never seen it, no.
I've heard it's amazing.
Well,
I need to see it.
Just the
Paul Reiser, dude. Paul Reiser's making a comeback.
Motherfucker was in Stranger Things, The Boys, and this.
He was
shit.
I love that he's coming back and playing all these like fucking cantankerous, like shitty characters because it's so against his type. Everybody knows him as Carter Burke.
Everybody loves fucking Mad About You.
I fucking hate Mad About You.
I
hear that
bad.
fucking theme song and I want to fucking jump off a bridge.
How does it go, Tyler?
What have we got but a love and a pillow and fuck it?
Mad About You.
Mad about you, mad about you.
Mad about you, choo, choo. Mad about you.
Mad about you.
It was about trains, right? Mad about you, choo. Mad about you, choo.
You fucking cuck. You fucking simp.
Oh my God, this show is off the rails. No, so anyway,
the choo-choo rails.
Anyway, I saw that the marketing they labeled like the people that had done Modern Family, and I had not watched the whole show, but I had seen a couple episodes, and I'd known that show was pretty funny. I liked the bits that I saw.
Stephen Levitan. Okay, so one of my favorite '90s sitcoms. I have a couple of them, but one of them, I love News Radio, and one of the other shows that was
Just
kind of
Shoot Me.
Right, and it was on that must-see Thursday, lineup or whatever. And it's a great fucking show. I want to say he also did the Goldbergs.
Because that was Adam. No, that's Adam F. Goldberg.
Okay. The reason why I was saying that is because he's worked with those actors a lot. So that's why I was thinking.
He probably directed a couple episodes.
Might have, yeah. But I saw that at the end of the first, or I saw at the beginning, created by Stephen Levitan, and I was already hooked because.
The show is witty, man. I love it. The dialogue's great, and I think it does so many things that
nobody fucking magically trips over anything in real life.
But that's what's so funny is the show is so funny because it just maps out the jokes. It tells it's so meta that it tells you the payoff.
Yes.
So they keep talking about somebody tripping and stop bringing that up, and of course that's the payoff joke in the episode, and then oh God! They had another joke like that was running, and I can't remember if it was the first episode. No, or it was the third episode when they were gonna have the popcorn in the.
Yes, you're right. It's too broad.
Yeah,
and then they end the episode with
the popcorn was gonna be in a washer and dryer. They cut that scene, and then they put all the popcorn
in his
that they
Bentley.
Were gonna use
She
in his
did,
car,
right? But then the best part was that it ended the episode with she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, which is one of the fucking. Public domain songs. Also, the one you wanted, Saint Arbitros or whatever, that's $80,000. $80,000. No, here's some public domain songs. Camptown Races.
Yeah. I love how
What's the funniest food? Oatmeal? Failed. It's pickles.
You're right. I just love how he's like this old timer, like douchey.
He's talking to this busty waitress, and immediately they're like,
nope,
"Oh my god!"
No, literal gasp.
Here's. This is a show that these fucking grifters, Jesus, and their audience.
I'm sorry.
This is a show.
That was an amazing performance.
This is a show that the grifters, that the Grift Report people and their audience need to watch, because they will see how funny this PC, you can see how funny inclusivity and being woke can be.
Yeah, when the one lady says, "I thought gays were funny,"
right?
And it just cuts.
That's fucking great, dude. He says something, and the queer playwright just goes, "Oh my god!" I can't remember what it was.
It was something about a dick or something.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure. And and he was like, saying like, "Oh, like he was saying what we were saying, like, no, that's fucked up." And then she's like, "Oh, I thought gays were fun," and then it just cuts to the next scene.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it works, and the humor comes from a situation where people still talk like that sometimes.
Fuck Buddy Mountain.
But the Fuck Buddy Mountain jokes, and that's what I mean. It seems like an ABC show, like Modern Family would be, and then they start
raunchy as fuck.
Then they start.
We've already
cussing.
seen boobs. We
saw Judy Greer's boobs in the first episode. I was like, Jesus.
She's actually shown them. She's actually had many scenes in many movies where she shows them, and I've always been
that's a running gag in Arrested Development.
Big fan. Yes. How fucked
Say goodbye to these.
Which is really funny because she has really nice boobs.
Wow.
Which is why the running joke in Arrested Development is look how fucked up her boobs look.
They're all pointing.
But they're not really. In real life, they're like, wow. No, my favorite part of the third episode is after Johnny Knoxville's fucking, that guy, the kid's mom.
Yeah, that was funny.
And
I can never get her name. She's Reno 911.
Yeah,
she's in a bunch of
she was in The State. She was in Reno 9.
Yeah,
she's been in a bunch of.
She did stuff with Michael Showalter and all that.
Yeah, she's married to one of the guys. I want to fuck. She's married to one of the guys from The State. I can't remember who, but they're married and they have like kids.
But she's a great comedic bit.
Classic,
character.
Right? Yeah.
She's so funny in everything.
Interior me.
I don't know how to say this.
Enter you.
I don't know how to tell my son this, but I like to
fuck.
It's like, good Lord. I broke the windshield by kicking it out when I had an orgasm.
That's pretty impressive. No, the best part is like at the beginning of the episode, he's trying to avoid the kid, and the guy comes up to him and he's like, "Man, I can't believe you got this and stuff, and I'm wearing the suit. And do you know anybody over at CSI Miami, Los Angeles?"
Yeah.
What was it? CSI Chicago?
CSI Chicago.
Like Chicago
Miami.
Hope Miami or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anybody over? He's like, not really. And he's trying to get rid of him and stuff. And finally he's just like, look, I fucked the wrong person. He's like, got it. I'm out. Break a leg, dude. Like, that's, I don't know much about show business, but I'm willing
that's
to.
Pretty common.
I like when they make fun of, when they're meta about it. When they're like, this is so ridiculously over the top. Like Only Murders in the Building, Sting shows up at one point in the first season, and he's not Sting. He plays a overly whatever version of himself, and it's great because you're like, I know Sting's not really like that, but you love that he's willing to like skewer that idea and everything.
Do you think they called him that because he wore a black and yellow striped sweater once?
That's exactly right. Did you know that? Did you watch the Behind the Music?
No, but I know that story.
He was a school teacher, Gordon Sumner, and he played in a lot of jazz bands. And he was actually he was in the jazz kind of scene in London. You fuck.
Look at cheer.
But the way he tells it is that everybody had a nickname and everybody had like a gimmick. And he didn't, but he wore this shirt that was like black and yellow striped. And he looked like a bee. And so people called him Sting, and it stuck. Shut the fuck up. You want to know something else about Sting? You want to know something else about Sting?
Talk about the show.
So he
Talking about Steve.
he wrote an album called 10 Summoner's Tales, right?
Stop it off.
And
Stop.
his real last name is Sumner,
We're talking about
which is
Reboot.
which
Talking
is
about Reboot.
which
more
if you,
sing.
if you go
No
back
more sing.
with etymology
The stinger is
and
stuck
the
in
origin
you.
of
He's
words,
dead now. The bee
Sumner
killed.
is derived from a
Come
summoner.
on, let's move on.
And how many album
Dude.
tracks are on the album 10 Summoner's Tales? 10.
So committed to this damn bit. You've completely derailed the show. Anyway, Reboot.
10 Summoner's Tales.
Anyway, Reboot.
No, the part where he's trying to do the photo, and finally at the end he's like,
They
"I'm not
got
going to
him.
do this," and they got him.
Which, you know what's funny about this show is I just watched it on my own, and I had no idea you watched it, and then I saw you tweet about it, and I was like, oh shit, so we could talk about it.
Yeah.
I really dig it.
Friend of the show, Grace, likes it too.
There you go.
Yeah. She commented on my post. Go ahead.
I just can't stop thinking about
Sting.
it's the bee and you being so pissed off at me.
This is rock and roll fucking
I
history,
wish,
asshole.
I wish they could see how pissed you were. Oh my god. I don't know. Okay, there was
It was
one,
more of a nonplussed.
Keegan Michael Key, I think, and Johnny Knox. Like all of these guys have great chemistry. I think it's actually a really good, solid ensemble.
Oh,
cast.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the writing's great. It's snappy. It's fun, and the show moves. Like it which is what kind of bums me out that it's going to start being weekly. I prefer these. What I liked about
I like binging these two.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I liked about Our Flag Means Death when they did like those 3 episode drops. Like I kind of like that because there's only 30 minutes. Let's be honest, like 25 minutes. And
22.
Sometimes it's a little over 30, but it's around that time, and
Yeah.
it's like I just burned through those so quickly.
You know what's interesting? I watched the first episode.
That's why I wait to watch all of What We Do in the Shadows.
Only Murders in the Building and What We Do in the Shadows. Is that come out all at once?
I think all of it's out now.
So
no, it comes out weekly.
Okay, so Only Murders in the Building is the same way. And I was watching that, so I knew that. And I watched the first episode of Reboot. I knew it was a Hulu original, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm willing to bet that this is the first episode and there's no more. I didn't even scroll down. And then the next day, I was like, oh, awesome.
It's silly, but it's a smart idea to release the 3 episodes because then you're like, okay, now I want to watch it weekly. But it's like, again,
When he gets hard on top of her.
with What We Do in the Shadows, I just waited a couple weeks
The sock.
because they usually put out the first 2 episodes and then it's all weekly because it's on FX first and then it's on Hulu.
So when I started watching...
anyway, Reboot,
yeah,
check it
Reboot,
out. First
great
3 episodes
fucking show.
are
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
You know what else is awesome? Friendship.
Are we friends?
And this podcast. And you say, are you guys not friends? Or do you guys want to keep being friends?
I don't think I do. I don't think I can recommend.
I don't think I could recommend it.
Hey,
I just hate his voice.
would you recommend Jake as a friend to other people?
It because it's still Disney Star Wars.
Oh, you can't just start it over.
No, it just goes back. So
I don't think I do. I don't think I recommend it.
1 through 3 was really boring, but one of
it's not as fun as the other ones.
Yeah.
We don't even have Tiki Watiti on this.
Aw, you fucker.
You fucking piece of
cuck.
shit. Why do you keep saying that?
Just because it's such a dumb
It's
word
dirty.
to me.
So
It's such
dirty.
They use the C word, the cunt word, in C
said
word.
the C word
We were
and it said cunt anyway.
What's the word? I mean, I've said worse than that. I don't like saying that word. That's why I said C word, because I know a lot of ladies do not like it. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.